Are you ready to jam? I know I am. Let's go ahead and get some sprints in. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome on in, everybody. How is you doing? I hope you're doing really well. I hope you're doing really great. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Happy full moon. Happy Jupiter Kazemi. Happy post Barbo's basket. Happy the beginning of Lionsgate and eclipse season. Hi. If you are feeling the energy today, it's because there's a lot going on in the sky. Keep your eyes on the sky. And there's something about shooting stars this week, even I heard. So, how are you? We are going to do some sprints tonight about hand pull. Rhiannon does pick up at 9 o'clock. It is currently 5 p.m. Eastern. She's in about 4 hours. We'll fill about 3 to 3.5 of those hours with a break in between. And if you do not know me, my name is Jenna O'Malley. I am your soul writer, author of sci-fi, fantasy with dashes of romance and nerdy references such as the Myrna Annals and Vitae Elandrica. And alongside writing those stories, I do love helping fellow soul bards such as yourself get together a couple times a week. And whether you're live or replay, hello, replay crew. How are you? Like, comment, share, subscribe. We want to know how you're doing. Bring a friend. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I took some time to do glow up stuff today. As some of you were like, Jenna, your hair. I dyed my hair today. I did a good glow up kind of day. Today was good for it. So how are you? Hello, Keeners. I am going to be here tonight and tomorrow night at my usual times. I will be off on Friday and Saturday. Friday the 31st, I'm at Fable BookCon. I can share links about that here in a moment. And then Saturday will be the second half of Fable BookCon. Prepare to see pictures not only of me in my foppish bardic hat, my new witchy woo-woo hat, but also I have an entire rave outfit now. I'm quite enjoying the cosplay that I've gotten into of turning into Soul Writer Bard mode, if you will. And this weekend's a weekend where I can lean into it. And then in 2 weeks, I'll be at Oaken Mist. I can lean into it again there. So welcome on in. Do you want to come say hello, Kiki? Come on. Kiki. Oh, since you're down there saying hi. What full moon advice do you have for us, girly girl? Yeah? What else do you want to tell us? And what else? Yeah? Meh. Okay. No, you cannot jump down onto my desk. Meow. Okay. Let's go ahead and say hello. We have a poll going on. Louise is here. Glad to have you here for also really good baseball games this week. I've been keeping up vicariously through you. Hello, Gail. It's good to see you. Hope that the week so far has been kind to you. It had getting kinder is the correct phrasing there. Oh, the life of living as one of my cats. This is the most stressful her life gets. She's got to beg me for treats and for food. Oh, how stressful her life is. She has it so hard, let me tell you. She has not including my seat, because she keeps taking my seat. She has a box here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other places in and around different alcoves and hiding spots in my office that are cat bed friendly. She has entire loafing mats for her in the sun, and she would rather kick me out of my chair. Yes, you would. I heard you back there sassing me right back. So, if you want to check out some of the links, if you're over on YouTube and YouTube's being unbearable, please check out Twitch. If you're on Twitch and you want to go ahead and check out the poll over on the YouTube, feel welcome to do so. There would be the links on both sides to find out Rhiannon's. Check out her books. Check out her books. Also, you want to join in, take back the veil, whether you're an author or a craft vendor with an online space. We would love to have you with. If you yourself are not interested in partaking in this free event, please share it with people that you know who would like to partake. We are at 12 out of 50 spots. I would like to fill that up over the next month. So let's see. What else? Oh, cards. Cards. What are we drawing for tonight? Kitty cat deck. Do you give your approvals? She has given her approvals and her blessings. Okay. Loki. Good card? What card should we do tonight? Okay. We're letting Loki pick the card tonight, y'all. This ought to be interesting. Oh boy, this ought to be interesting. We did have... Really? She's feeling this way today. What were we saying? About the cat life. The Empress, motherhood, fertility, nature. So her picking this, I'm like, of course you would. Part of what's going on right now is also a reclamation of the feminine energy. We are starting to go into not only Mother Nature changing her gown into her pretty fall colors. That is starting to happen. I noticed certain types of trees. You can tell the green is starting to look a little less green, and it's not because of the heat necessarily. It's because of that, but you can, like, we're starting to have crisp moments some mornings. So yeah, also the whole waking up of the divine dark feminine. I agree. Soft and sword era lady speech. It is a perfect card, right? Right? So if you want that deck card, beginner deck, feel welcome to go ahead and get your copy at Mahir's if you would like your own. I don't even have a timer up yet. Are you getting sassy back there with me or something? I literally can hear your tail hitting stuff. I doubt the mic is picking it up. Poor Gambit back there is just getting beaten so badly by your poor tail. He does not deserve it. Rogue would disagree. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get ourselves into our first sprint. We're going to spend about a 30-minute sprint, maybe, somewhere. Timer. Do we want the beach or do we want a bonfire? Do we want a beach or do we want a bonfire? Let's go to the beach and then to the bonfire. See you in 30. All right, everybody. How did it go for you? I am about a page away from finishing one of 2 chapters on this edit for my client who's on deck. Loving, going really well as usual. Now, she was just in here, up back here, making a total fuss not even 2 minutes ago. Wonder where the key went. Well, how did it go for you? How did it go for you? If you're having a good day, cheer yourself on. There's the deck from earlier. If you want to check it out, we drew the Empress for those of you who joined a little late. A good day for the Empress, given everything else going on. Also, if you want to meet me in person and you are in the York, PA area, I hope to see you at Fable BookCon Friday and Saturday this week. It's actually one of the more affordable events to get into that I've gone to this year. That's the link on both sides. Let's see, Gail. And I'm going to jump around a little bit, recap conversation from previous and add in new. Gail got Bad Apple Monster and ready to work on your birthday gift. Hand-drawn bookmarks for your cousin. Happy early birthday to the cousin and to anyone who has a birthday in July and August. Happy birthday. Bomika, good afternoon. How are you doing? How's the fam? How's the projects? Let's see. Gail, I'm not a fan of regular monsters, but the Bad Apple and the mango. Mango's been everywhere this year. It does. See, this is one of the ones I've been hearing about. Is the Mango Nava Rebel. Dutch Bros basically is everywhere in the US except, and I said in the comments, like I would have to drive to Ohio, Tennessee, Kentucky, or North Carolina. I don't even think there's technically one in southern West Virginia, southern Virginia, and if there happens to pop up one in Pittsburgh, I guess that's a good sign, because normally that's what'll happen is like they won't invade the rural parts. They'll hit the bigger and the hub cities. So maybe I'll have one by this time next year, though. We're having a Duncan invasion. Like I grew up in Cumberland, an hour south of Altoona, PA, which if you did not know is where the Sheets Brothers coffee convenience gas station started. The only reason why I know that, I happened to be married to someone who did a fellowship program with the Sheets family. That's how I know that. Because he attended Penn State Altoona. So I've met the Sheets family. They are lovely people. I'll leave it at that. From the little bit of time that I got to spend around them, they were lovely during the times I got to be around them. We'll leave it at that. That's all I can say. So Sheets are kind of everywhere within a 3 to 7 hour radius of Altoona, PA. In cities like this, Hagerstown, we're 3 hours away from home base in headquarters in Altoona. And literally, you can't go 5 miles without there being a Sheets around here. We just got our first Wawa, and they're already building 3 more. We have almost as many Sheets as we do Dunkins, as we do Dollar Generals now. And I'm like, are we copying Japan economy here now? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It feels like it. And I hope it's in the good ways, not the bad ways. I would love a Lawson's. Oh, I would love to go to Japan just to eat at convenience stores and Ramen Alley and tour the temples. That's the affordable way to do it. Anyway, Vomika, all right, been running around all day. Can't wait to be home. I don't blame you. You're out and about on a full moon on a Wednesday before school starts. Bless your heart. I know a lot of states are starting to have their tax-free weeks for school shopping. So I know people are starting to get stock up on anything that falls under. For me, if you are a business owner and you want to stock up on stationery, figure out when your tax-free weeks are for school supplies and use it to your advantage. you will save yourself a little bit of money. It will be worth it. Guess that's why I wait until this time of year to stock up on things like Post-it notes, envelopes of all sizes, tape, just the stuff that I don't think about until it's not on sale. So, highly suggest. But to those of you who are daring to people, may the goddesses be with you and forever in your favor, and may your trips in all the best sense of the word be uneventful. In all the best, you go there, get back safely, no issue, uneventfuls. Gail, your parents down in Florida finally got one. If and when you are here, if you're like, I've heard that they are so good. I hear they're so good. That's another one of the flavors I want to try. Do like hot? They have amazing hot chocolate at Dunkin's. I will give them that. See, everyone who has ever tried Sheetz says Buc-ee's is better in one department, the candy options. And I'm like, if that's all they've got, I don't know if they're going to survive in Sheetz territory. And I only say that because Sheetz does really well at adopting the size of its store to the area of town it puts itself in. For example, in Cumberland, there are multiple Sheetz. There's a bunch of tinier ones in town, but right outside of Frostburg, there's a decent sized one. Right outside of Cumberland, there's a pretty big one. So I don't know if Buc-ee's is going to be able to do the same thing, because here on the East Coast, we do have these older, like I said the other day, we do have these older cities with these really narrow streets. So sometimes they can't put those big things down there without doing what Cumberland is doing and kicking a whole neighborhood out and bulldozing their houses. Not a fan of that. Lainey, just hello. Had a meeting with a VA and do a bunch of admin. That's what I've been doing a lot of today. I did a bunch of admin, a bunch of planning, marketing, catching up on end of the month, beginning of the month type stuff. So I don't need to worry about it after Fable. And then I did a bunch of, not cleaning. I had already washed my clothes, as I see there's a cobweb I missed from over the weekend that I'll have to get, because now it's going to bug me. Anyway, I did folding the clothes and just making sure I have my stuff sorted, because again, I have a bunch of meetings next week. I literally come home Sunday, get to do some laundry, repack, and then I'm going to be gone for another couple of days for a contract I'm working. So I'm going to be gone a couple days next week. I won't see you all for another live stream after tomorrow for about a week or more. Heads up. Replays, y'all. Replays. Let's see. Stacy! Still need about 200 more words for the day. You've got this. You've got this. Gail. It went well. Got half of the bookmark inked. Well done. Macaroni Pie. Welcome in. Hello. Trying to write, but you're sleepy. The cat is also asleep in the cat tree. Oh, all the cozies. It's going to be this time of year where I have a TV that's that way. It's the TV I had since college. I finally recently upgraded. The TV that's been around since college, all I do is put subliminal stuff, music. That's all it does is play YouTube and YouTube music, nothing else. Maybe I'll put some anime on it on occasion, or a movie. But I will be switching away from more summery, beachy themed stuff, more to the cozy stuff. And when the cozy stuff comes on, I got to be careful getting up out of my chair, because I will be surrounded by the fur baby. I will have not just the Loki. Sarah, Aroma Joe's. Ooh, I've not heard of those. I need to go on a food tour of the U.S. before I go to Japan. Let's get real. Wawa's, there's a name you haven't heard in years. So wait a minute. You moved further west, I take it? My brain is trying to say that that's a thing, and then I'm missing. There's a tiny link of info missing at the moment. That means my vanilla chai is spice stuff is tea is wearing off. Stacy personally likes sheets because they this is why I love sheets, and that's good to know for Buc-ee's, because if they serve anything mushroom and they don't modify for allergies, I can't eat there then. There is a good chance that I'm not as allergic to mushrooms as I used to be when I was younger. Thank God, Goddess, Lord, Lady, and the donkey. Just in case on that. At the same time, I don't find out, by going to the doctor to pay a doctor to tell me that I still have it. So Buc-ee's is off my list if they're not allergen friendly and they serve mushrooms, I'm in trouble. Thank you for that heads up. I gladly appreciate it. Been all over. Oh, that's right. Okay, I was going to say, aren't you in the Midwest? You are. I was feeling that, but you also lived in the New England area. Got it. You know what? I keep saying I need to do a writer crawl visit somewhere further west. Maybe I do just gotta suck it up and rent a cabin like somewhere outside of like Wheeling, West Virginia, because that's outside of Pittsburgh and it would be way cheaper. It's not much outside of Pittsburgh, but knowing West Virginia as much as I do, I imagine it's a lot cheaper to stay there. And I'm wondering, why aren't we all just hanging out for a weekend somewhere? On that note, since we have rambled quite a bit, and that's okay, I'm going to get us into our sip. Didn't even realize I didn't have a timer up. Okay. Second sprint. We're going to spend a little more time at the beach, get us a little closer to midnight. Maybe we'll switch to the bonfire. See you soon. How you doing, everybody? How you doing? Let me get into a thingy that actually has the thingy with the ha. Yee. Timer's actually up there now, keeping time in the backs for us. I can see it. That's fine. We can hear it when it goes off too. So how are you? How are you? Sarah. Literally watching paint dry, waiting to put a second coat on. Oh. See, my dad always said this is why he loved having Nintendos. Mind you, my dad's favorite game was Pinbot. So literally think sci-fi robotics, but pinball on a Nintendo cartridge. Some of you were like, oh God, I know Pinbot. So when he had to paint something in the house, whether it be a shelf, a wall, or even just touching up something, he would go and play 3 levels of Pinbot. Go ahead and pause if he was able to pause. Or restart the game. And then go check on it. And then say, okay, I can do 1 more game, 2 more games. It's getting harder to do that unless you play like a mobile game, right? So refill your well for a few minutes. Take some time out for you. You have this special paint roller, which is awesome. It's so fast you can do. What's the name of the paint roller? I'm curious. Or the brand. You can't do the first. Oh, so like, I get what you mean. So in some rooms, depending on the paint roller or method of painting you use, by time you finish wall 4, you could take a 10-minute break if you wanted, and then restart on wall 1, and it'd be ready. Gotcha. I understand. I understand exactly what you're meaning here. Lacey, hello. How are you doing? Thank you for the quick hello. Let's see. Hope everyone's having a fantastic night. Do all the things. Follow all the dreams. Yes, this is the night to do that for sure, for sure. Gail got a bit more inked on the bookmark. There are a lot of little details, but it's full of HP verse. So it's hard work but fun. And what this tells me is it might be intricate. Is that it makes it worth it though? Karma for Stacy is providing distractions, and now you need 50 more words. 50 more words. 50 more words. Get it? How are we doing for whatever challenge you're doing this month? I know Heart Breathings has, pardon me for the hibberps there. I know Heart Breathings has the Rough Draft Challenge. I know writer Sam Wicker is doing Hot Character Summer. I think, I could be wrong, she just became an Omi. Mama Maggie and Cat Leo did August 80K last year. So I know there's so many I haven't mentioned. How are we doing? Let's check in. Lainey did admin stuff and now breakfast. See, I'm debating. I really need to focus on some book 6. I wanted to take book 6 to Fable BookCon as like a, if you want a preview of, you could stand here and enjoy a printout of it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that in time. We're going to see. I wanted to have like the first 20 chapters. We shall see. I'm finally starting box sets and omnibuses, though. I finally started those. Book 1's, Season 1's box set is now up on my website. I might split it in 2. We shall see. I might change it up. Sarah, it's a nice, the paint mate. There's a person I know who works as a custodian at a school, and the school he works at, they every other year repaint 1 floor, and the year in between repaint the 2nd floor. That makes total sense to me. It's not a big school, but there's 2 people doing it. I get why they rotate, and not every year doesn't need it. They just got donated a bunch of these, and they said, yeah, we did both floors in 1 week. They said, we actually got to take an admin paid vacation for the first time in years. And I said, this is who it's meant for sure. It's like not just for the everyday use of the home peoples, but I can see where somebody on that scale, where you're doing, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rooms in a week, definitely. Gail, you can do it. Stacy, you can do it. Doing RDC, about 1K to get the 25. Yes, so close. And you have plenty of time to get it. Even if it loops a little bit into next week, you have more than enough time. You have not lost. You have only learned and gained. That's it. Sarah, you suck up the pain to handle just then. Oh. No going back to the tray. See, that is why it took them half as long, because I bet they didn't have to deal with scaffolding. I bet they just had to use ladders, which that's why it didn't take as long for some of the rooms. Stacy, you want to do August? All the words. This is it. One of the other ones I heard, though you have the same word count goal. Do it. Yes, do it. So says the person that I have 2 books on deck to publish between now and February. I am taking it a little slower on purpose, but at the same time, am I stopping with the writing? I'm trying to stay a couple books ahead. So I might be doing some drafting with all of you. Plus, I might be starting that new pen name sooner than I thought. I realized I could possibly have the funds for covers for it by January, not by next July. So we shall see. Gail passed. What? Congratulations! Best RDC so far. Got the 35K. You know what? This earns some congratulations for everybody and all your goals. Hey, stop beating yourself up. I'm including all of you who think I ain't. Replay 2, all my hugs. Sarah, the downside is you have to the cleaning after. Okay, or if it gets clogged. I could see where that could become a nightmare, but totally worth it. Worth the risk, rather. And they are so much neater. Oh, really? That's why. Yup. I'm definitely seeing why it added up that it was half the time. You're welcome. You all deserve it. All right. On that note, if you have not taken a break, not that you have to work to earn your breaks, you should take them just because. Let's get up, move around, self-care, soul care break, physical self, go get some dancing, get some water. If you've been drinking a lot of the goddess repair juice, aka caffeine today, go get yourself some water. And do a little bit of dance. Listen to some music. One last visit to the beach. The last couple of sprints, we'll go to the bonfire. See you soon. Hello, everybody. Oh, hi. Before I forget, remove. Let's swap out for the bonfire. That'll work. How did it go, everybody? How did it go? I went ahead and did a quick switch on the timer and put it in the back of the thing so I have a buzzer noise that tells me we're good. So, how did it go? I did some self-care, soul care stuff. I have a lot of cleaning, packing, like domino effect of finishing this task becomes this task, becomes this task to prepare to get out of here on time Friday morning for Fable BookCon. I will be leaving at dawn, basically slightly after, with my coffee to go hang out with Fairy Scout. My understanding is she plans on cosplaying Belle, as she should. She has all the Belle dresses. They're so pretty, like the blue and the apron and the gold gown, yes. But she has like the green gown and the pink and red mauve one that's from like the Christmassy holiday time stuffs in 1 and 2. And I'm like, ah! So I'm going to be hanging out with her all weekend. I was trying to get my Grandma Sophie on, but I can't find my hat. Let's get real. My hair is the perfect length for it, but I can't find my hat anywhere. So we shall see. Oh, I do have my newer cosplay witchy woo woo hat, though. I need to finalize attaching one new item to it, but I picked this up at a fairy festival recently, and I thought this was a nice, like, ball, taking to balls and stuff. That's a better picture. You can see the side better now. I thought the glitter and the whatnots would look better for like balls and raves and things, because I normally, some of you have seen this one. My foppish hat has also gotten some new accoutrements to it. It's got a little bit more macaroni, if you will. And I got my rose from Jenny Dang over at Dang Good Leather up there. So I loves it. I loves it. I look forward to wearing it this weekend. It's been a while. It has been a while since I've worn the bardic hat. And yes, I do think every good bard, when you cosplay, should have at least one foppish hat. So that one was made with a lot of love. My bonus mom made it for me. You cannot get another like it. And yes, it is very warm. It is very warm. So, Gail, drink water. What's that? Yes. The water in your tea, the water in your coffee, in my opinion, do count. But some people say you should give yourself some moderation eventually. And I'm like, I'm sorry, my veins are sludge most of the time. Maybe that's why my Pisces brain is not so happy in my Virgo body. Stacy, congratulations! Congratulations, well done. That one. Well done, well done. If I can have less than the 1K to hit your RDC in the last 2 days, get it in your pace, in your time, in your stride. As you should, my friend, as you should. All the congrats. Keep up the good work indeed, Louise. And you know what? The goofing off is half of what you need to refill the well sometimes. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Especially on a full moon. Stacy, 1350, good for the day. About 600 words to get your goal for tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow you has that responsibility. You can do it. Belle, Beauty and the Beast is your favorite. This was the first Disney movie I saw in theaters. Now, mind you, it was the first movie I saw in theaters, period. Period, end of story. It was not technically the first princess movie I ever saw. That goes to one Hayao Miyazaki and the poorly dubbed version of Nausicaa called Warriors of the Wind. It is a time when the world is still recovering from the 7 days of fire, and I don't want to get demonetized, so we'll leave the rest of the civilization going into ruin, because I know that whole opening speech from Warriors of the Wind as much as I know. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, a young prince lived in a shining castle. My 3-year-old brain is so happy right now. She's so happy because she's like, that's a Saturday morning to me. Yes, little one, it is. It really is. Stacy, I take that back. You did the math. 14:39. Yeah. Get it. Get it. And get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. And do it. And get it. And do it. Yes. Oh, wrong one. Congratulations. I'm glad you got your soul together. I've heard this called so many different things, and a therapist of mine called it recently, well, your soul writer, it's getting your soul together. And I'm like, oh, I love you. Thank you. So I'll share that. I'm a Virgo sun, Pisces moon, Gemini rising, with a lot of Sagittarius in the rest of my chart. And you're all like, yep, that's why she's so talkative, yet hermit mode. Jenna has a lot of energy that is very Gemini, Sagittarius, buddy. And the Pisces is kind of in between. However, when the Virgo comes out, Mount Vesuvius feels really warm. I'll put it that way. They're like, oh my God, Jenna makes so much sense. So essentially, I am very, very, very high-oriented, goal-oriented, organized brain, even though my organization doesn't always make sense to everybody else. On the surface, there is a logic to it. But I'm also very, very astral dreamy and very communicative. No wonder I taught public education about books and writing. What I do right here now and my past lives all suddenly makes sense. We Gemini like to hang out together. We really do. We really do. And I don't feel it Gemini the same way that a Gemini sun does. A lot of people get my Gemini in moments like this. This is me tapping into my Gemini. The second I go into that 30-minute, though, one of two people pop up, and it's not the Sagittarius. My Sagittarius is where my dark sense of humor for my writing comes in, and a lot of characters come out of that. So if you don't know your astral chart, I highly suggest looking it up. I learned so much about myself, stuff that I was like, why am I the way? Oh, that's why. Really? That's what? You mean there are other people out there who possibly are like this? That means I'm not as abnormal as I thought I was. That's what a lot of looking at like my astral chart helped me in a healing mode to conceptualize. That, oh, somebody compared it to finally getting like an ADHD diagnosis, but you never thought you were ADHD because high masking. Looking at your astral chart can kind of have similar feelings of those kind of realizations. It does not diagnose you for anything, not at all. It leads you to, oh, so that's why I am the way I am. Kind of conclusions. Revelations, reflections, ways to readapt and readjust. Miranda, need to finish up after you drafted the chapter and you're rocking it out. Glad to have you here for. Gwen, your mom and your sister. Oh, see, you Geminis run in packs. I will say this too. Now, Sagittarius tends to run in families too. My brother George, the bookend, the eldest child, I'm the youngest. When I looked at his astral chart, I'm like, oh, so we are literally each other's opposite. That's why we're bookends. You might find this happen a lot in families where Geminis tend to run in packs together too. Stacy just did the math and you won by 243. Woo! Congratulations. Gail's, I don't know the signs, honey. I'm sorry, my brain has turned off speaking in hieroglyphs today, Mrs. S. I had a student once say that in regards to cursive. And I'm like, I actually do read hieroglyphs on occasion because of one of my goddesses. But so you think you're a Virgo rising? You're raised by Virgos. Your dad, your stepmom are all Virgos. Astro chart is the one that everyone keeps sending me to. If you want to check your astrology chart, wait a minute. Cafe Astrology and astro.com, I would do them in incognito mode because it asks for private information. Astral charts are pulled knowing the most accurate ones. You need the day, month, year, and time, and location of the city where you were born. Because, for example, I was born autumn night in September, 10, almost 11 o'clock in Baltimore. The sky at the same time in the world for people born at that exact time, regardless of time zones, isn't going to be exactly the same. It's going to be similar. So that's why they will want that info, and that can be phishing data. So be careful plugging it in. Use a VPN. I would say that, especially in Mercury retrograde shadow. Gwen, you did your chart online. Yes. See, I had someone, I was going to pay someone to do my chart, and they're like, I'm just going to show you how to do yours. You're not going to pay me. And that's what they suggested. And it helped. It helped. Aquarius and Gemini. I was like, okay. I know the Gemini, but the first one's Aquarius. That's why I don't recognize that one. So this is a very, very fortunate time of year for you with those in your chart. Stacy, Monster and I are the same. Aries and your birthdays are 5 days apart. So I'm asking for a reason. I have a brother-in-law who's an Aries, and I married his Capricorn brother. How's that working out in your house? Because it's, for those of you who are like, why is this funny? You got the two creatures with the horns on their heads living in the same house. How's that going for you? There were a lot of Nerf battles in that house that I know of growing up. We'll put it that way. Gwen, Cancer. We just left Cancer sun season. So you might still be feeling a lot of that this time of year. Definitely so. I love talking about it. This is one of these things that I've been secretly nerdy about since I was... When was the last time the sky was like this? Middle school? About 14 to 20 years ago would have been when I first started really getting into this, and now I can't get enough of it. So pardon me for going down the rabbit hole. Speaking of, if you are interested in those kind of things, I have 2 books coming out on metaphysical type stuffs and writing next year. Heads up. More announcements on that before I give you spoilers. We're going to go to the bonfire for sprint number 4. See you soon. Hello, everybody. How did it go for you? I ate. Definitely took care of that. And did some revisions, edits, catching typos, that kind of thing. For book 6 of the Myrna Annals, which is going to launch on October 10th. So I could have had it out next month. I really could have. I didn't want to rush. I wanted to savor it and enjoy it just a little bit more. I'm gonna be honest. Stacy, Monster, you and Monster butt heads a lot. The sisters, that's good. Mainly because the Monster. There you go. There's the boundary. There's the boundary. Karma is an instigator. That is a trait. Having taught many students under that sign, most of my instigators. Gwen, you recognize the glyphs? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Used to sell at pagan festivals, Zodiac jewelry. See, I'm getting better at the ones I look at all the time. I'm getting better at. Aquarius is just not one. And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, duh. It's water. Water signs, the water bearer. Duh. Jenna. Because my mind was like, that's not Pisces. I went to the water sign. No, you needed to go to the water bearer. Gail, you got an Aquarius glyph tattooed on your foot in the it is one of the prettier constellations to look at. I will admit that. I recognize the constellation of it because I was obsessed with looking at stars and stuff. Where I grew up in Cumberland, Maryland, a local university, Frostburg State, has like a planetarium. And we went there a couple times as a kid. And that was like one of my favorites to look at when they would do stuff with Aquarius because it's just so pretty. When 415 for the win, 415. And actually some numerology. 4 + 1 = 5, 55, a number of change. Good change. Miranda, you finished typing the chapter and uploaded it to the docs so you can read it again this evening, I assume on the phone? Congratulations. Gwen, you used to have dates memorized so you could tell the bracelets, but you have to look them up. I know that my sinuses decided to drain while I was talking. I'm so sorry. I thought I was going to start sneezing and coughing there for a second. I am so sorry. You used to have the dates memorized so you could sell the bracelets, but if you don't use it, you lose it. This is why we, as humans, need computers to help us store stuff. Because the bits of memory in our brain are so tiny and they work so hard, at least consciously. So, another thing, oddly, I used to be able to do the order of, and I'm getting better at this again, the Celtic Wheel of the Year. I used to have it better memorized than I once upon a time did. And somebody was like, it's Lunasa this weekend. And I'm like, it's what? When did that one creep up on me? This is one of my favorites, the first Harvest Festival. So do yourself a favor. Go pick something pretty for yourself from the world this week. Go pick something pretty from the world. We, outside here, my landlady and I both randomly have, for the first time since she's owned both houses, thistles growing in the patch of dirt back here. And we're like, where'd that come from? Apparently, a bird found seeds. Noted. So I'm thinking of maybe taking a clipping of the thistle and bringing it inside tonight. Because my tomato plants got shocked this summer. I wonder, what? Thanks, Ra. Anyway, Gail got all the Hogwarts books inked. Congratulations! Have the overall to do, and then it's on to the other 2 bookmarks. Woo woo, well done. Gwen, my sympathies. I have them genetically, but I also in college, in my dorm room, one summer, the dorm that I lived in for the last year of, and I don't really call it a dorm. It was really truly a 4-bedroom apartment. I had worked for them as a cleaning crew the first summer of my master's degree for affordable housing. Basically, my work hours paid my housing for the summer, which I was totally okay with, in exchange for helping turn over and clean up and repaint and whatnot the apartments. While living there, my bed was located close to a windowsill, and I thought I had enough padding between my face and the windowsill. Nothing like waking up to a windowsill doing that on your nose in the middle of the night because you turned over. So ever since that, I have had, and I probably did fracture something, probably. And then about a year, that happened in July, and then a year, and then July to November, however many months that is later. So 12 to 18 months later, I was in a car accident and my seatbelt failed. And guess where my head went? Yep. Right into the rear view mirror, and it knocked me out. So I have, since college, I've never had good sinuses. I never have. So those of you who have broken nose issues, I'm sorry, first of all, if I grossed you out. Those of you who have broken nose issues, you know the tiniest thing can break it. Yeah. Don't text and drive. Please do not text and drive. Is what I will say in regards to that. See, that's how mine started. But now that I've had minor issues impact-wise, and I don't want to call it bad because nothing broke, but it did get thoroughly whacked and cracked a little bit to Rice Krispies levels. Yeah. I wouldn't want to do the same thing with my fingers. Because, the pinkies, I imagine, get that, and pinky toes. Same thing. They're more durable than we give them credit. This was me most of my childhood, and honestly, until I started working from home, most of my adult life. When I started working from home full time, because 2020, my allergies and my sinuses got way better. I wonder why. Because to us, a cold might as well be a sinus infection. This is our 5th sprint. We have been chatty. I'm okay with that. So we're going to go into a 5th. If you need a break, take a break. We'll see how we feel with a poll of whether or not to stop here or go into a 6th. Okay, because Rhiannon starts at 9. I do want to honor that. See you soon. to go, everybody? I pretty much finished. I have like 2-3 paragraphs. Wrong one. Correct one. 2 or 3 paragraphs left of this chapter, which leaves one to do while we go hang out with Rhiannon. I did go ahead and share links on both sides if you, again, want to join her on Twitch or YouTube, or, of course, check out her books because she's amazing like that. And here's my schedule of events. The calendar is getting updated daily at this point over the next 6 months. So heads up. Stacy headed out. All the hogs. Enjoy the rest. Enjoy the rest and the research. Louise edited. Congratulations on the progress. You're very welcome. Glad to have you here. It's good to see you, Macaroni Magpie. Miranda is going to go unwind for the day. Oh, a tarot draw is also in my future. With it being what all is the good in the astrologies in the world right now, energy to receive, go take care of you. However that is this evening. That's in my agenda for sure. You matter. Anybody and anything telling you otherwise is probably lying to you for their benefit. And if I don't see you tomorrow, maybe I'll see you sometime next week. Bye!